Okay, I've got like 7 or 8 of these Proto 2000 series limited edition E8/9 locomotives. None of them will move. I figured out why. The older Protos have that grease that gets really thick, and you got to give it some help. Rather than going through the bottom of the locomotive, I figured out on these, because they have DCC and sound in them, rather than taking everything apart there, just to take the shell off and go through the top. I guess I can show you real quick that it just doesn't move. I'll get it back on my test track. You can hear it's hard to accelerate, but it just doesn't. You can feel the motor trying to turn in there. It vibrates pretty hard. So what I figured out, turn that off, open these puppies up, let the back fall out. Try to carefully get it off the coupler. Don't even bother putting that back on. The main drive shaft is underneath this speaker right here to this axle. So what I've been doing is I've been taking these off, which I'll show you real quick here. Screwdriver, there we go. I'll pull the plug first, get it out of the way. Ooh, that one's in there good. Okay. I don't need to put that back on the track yet. Didn't get that one all the way out yet. Come on. There we go. Find that little slot in that foam piece, so it comes in pretty handy for hanging on to stuff. Considering how often I drop stuff or knock stuff over. Well, generally I would have this thing in the foam, but I found that I don't actually have to do this little part as long as I hang on to them screws. Now I do take the screws out on the PCB board of the decoder because I got to lift it up to get the speaker to slide out from in between there. But it's fairly simple. You don't have to unhook any other wires other than that headlight one. This one's a little bit more difficult to get on because it's directly underneath these wires back here. Let me get that out of the way. There we go. Alright, fairly simple. Lift that up a little bit. Lift this guy out from underneath there. Come on, there we go. Slide that out. Speaker stuck in there on a little rubber grommet washer, whatever you want to call it. So you lift it up. It plugs in on this side over here. And usually you can get it out. Yeah, it's far enough out. So in here is the main drive shaft right there. Probably not the best technique in the world, but it works. Gently grab it with the needle nose pliers and twist it. Ooh, this one's really stiff. All it is that grease getting hard in there. You don't want to stick a screwdriver down inside there because it's only plastic and you can break off those ears on the universal. And no, I didn't do that. I just know better. Whoa. Come on, baby. You are super tight. I left the little teeth marks on the shaft, but now, without even having to put it back together all the way, put it back on the track here, power back on, and see if we can get it to move. Oh, this one's really, really gummed up. Oh, come on. Try the other way here, see if it moves. It's trying. It's funny how some things will go one way, but they won't go the other. Let's try going back the other way real quick. I might have to spin this one by hand some more. There we go. Once I get this thing going, I'll put it back together without the shell on it. I put it on my layout. It is DCC, so I'll fire it up to about 75 on the DCC controller and let it run for about 5 minutes in each direction, and it's been doing pretty good where it loosens up at 75. It says it's doing scale 51 miles an hour. But that's all it takes, just a little quick turn in there to try to get that grease to break up. Proper thing to do would probably be to take it all the way apart and get rid of that grease that's in there, but that's more than I want to do. So we'll take this thing and we'll stick it back together here. Get that lock back down in there on the top of the speaker. The only way to fly, you hold your screw with those kind of pliers. And don't over tighten. Line up. Oh boy. Too much caffeine. Way of crap. No, I'm not a certified model railroad mechanic in no way, shape, or form. Just a guy fixing stuff because he has no choice. Plug the headlight back in. Like I said, after about 10 minutes runtime, these are actually run pretty well. Sound really good. A great sound. Pretty basic system. Bell horn. Knuckle coupler lock. Release, all that good stuff. Doppler effect. But boy, I tell you what, these things sit for a very long time. I found any of the lifelike ones, they don't want to move. I haven't found any cracked gears in this particular models, which I know a lot of the earlier Proto 2000s, they had a lot of problem with cracked gears. So, everything back together. Let's see. That works. And there we have it. I will throw that thing on my track and run it for a little while and should be good to go. Thanks for watching.